Of course.
What's the advice that you tell them to move on? But you know, some niggas fall in love with God.
Oh no, it happens to the best of us. Oh, we all cuff smoochies. Stop. No, come on, just for the culture. You know, it's good for the culture.
It is good for the culture. Yo, so welcome to Keep It a Buck Media. I want everyone to look the scenery with me. We changed the environment. We trying to do something bigger for next year. So I want y'all to come tap in to my producer, the guy that owns this room. We're gonna give a shout out to him first, Rich. So I want to give a special guest shout out also to who we have. Who we have here today.
Yes. You got YamWhyEli in the spot.
Yo,
yes,
what's the word? How are you?
But I'm good, bro. I'm blessed. I can't complain. Life is good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Can't complain, bro. What you been up to lately? Niggas haven't seen you too much, you know?
Nah, I mean, I be around, but you know what I'm saying? I just been trying to just stay like consistent in what I got going on. So okay. I feel like I just been more like to self-love. Mm-hmm. Self-love 2025 into 2026. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I've been noticing that lately. You've been on the gram talking about, you know, girls is this, niggas be doing that. Yeah, girls are still getting cracked if you doing this for that. Like, what's that about?
Nah, I mean, me personally, I look at it like this. I usually don't talk on the gram. I'm more of a personality.
That's a fact.
So I feel like for me, I kind of wanted to give people like
a different scenery.
My lens, how I really think. Like, that's really like my mental. Like, that's what I kind of try to block out. Because I've been outside, so I fake know what's really going on. Like, I'm 26, bro. Okay. So you got to understand it. Like, for me, it's a little different. Like, I'm really hip to what's going on. So the female talk is just so like my guys can stay hip. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you something. Since we're going to talk on that topic first, what does it mean to stay hip? Because I feel like what you be saying, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not against it, but I do feel like I can be a little biased about it too, though. You know, it's nothing wrong with spending quality time with your girl. It's nothing wrong with buying her a little couple things, you know. Just know the boundaries and knowing the limits. But you know, the one thing I don't get when it comes to these females is like the manipulation that comes because it's not enough.
It's the 48.
No, it is the 40. I'm glad we already
It's the 48. You got to know the 48 when you see it. All right, so I put it like this. Well, for me, the reason why I kind of do it in my video where I'm more like aggressive with it is because I feel like we live in New York. So we live in a place where people don't understand it unless you fake using a little profanity. You know what I'm trying to say? So that, I'm even like that too. Like somebody could tell me something, but I might not hear it unless they say it a certain type of way. So I kind of am trying to advocate for the people that's like me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's more so like, I feel like with females though, I feel like you got to just attract the shorty. Okay. You're not supposed to go run down. Me personally, I hate running down. I don't like running down those shorties.
So shorty got to come to you.
It's not come up to me. Okay. I like situational things. Like, I like being in my element. I like being outside and then, you know, catching a vibe. And then it's like a certain setting, you know what I'm trying to say, where like the cold approach is more like better because it's like they're kind of seeing you in a certain setting. But like you see, like if a shorty just walking down a block, like for me to really run down on her, she has to overly be my speed. But besides that, I feel like you kind of lose the plot when you do that.
So what's your type?
My type, I don't have a specific type, but it's more so like
true,
I don't have a specific type. So I don't. Specific like looks wise, no.
Yeah, looks, personalities, like everyone got a type.
To me, I feel like it's physical to where like I know what I like. I know my speed. I know if she's paying or not. Like I know for a fact. So it's like I don't need to like second guess it too much when I see it. But it's more so like mental communication. It's more like inner things that I'm looking for when it comes to a shorty. That those kind of, for me now, it kind of goes more into how she is because of what's really going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, like, I'm going to put it into this aspect. The girls in the party scene, they're paying? Or those are the girls that you got to stay away from?
Nah, they're paying, but I feel like if it depends on what type of person you are. Like, if you know that you got to do too much to kind of, you know what I'm saying, to crash, it's not good. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay. Like, I believe in equal interest. Okay. So I feel like for example, I feel like when you run down on a shorty, you're so much into her, she doesn't get to see that you're really the prize. And when it comes to somebody like me, I come with personality, I come with a mindset, I come with building, I come with like a lot of stuff. So I feel like with a guy like me, I can't just give that to any shorty and make her think that I'm on her body. Yeah. She has to kind of understand it, and I want the shorty that's like, oh damn, like I need him. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like guys just don't understand that.
So do you feel like when girls notice you, like there's a couple like red flags or anything? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I get the timeout, to go through people's pages and shit like that, even before I even interviewed them. You know, one thing I would not lie that people tell me about you, Joe. Did you see that video? He was on the subway getting neck through the girl. Like, oh,
yeah.
I know that got to be one of your most viral videos. That.
So let me tell you what happened with that. So I made that video, and then this is why I want to talk about another thing too, where you got to kind of chase your dreams and then make people feel you with actions rather than talking.
Okay.
So for example, I went to a lot of different colleges. I was doing a bunch of pranks like with a couple of my bands, but like we were going for like homecomings. We're going like Morgan State, Howard University, things like that, like Yale, things of that nature. Okay. USC. So now, also, yeah, you know, I got to throw in. What was that other one? Damn.
Albany.
The one with the wolf. UConn.
Oh yeah,
so,
UConn too.
Yeah, I went to UConn too. So what I'm saying is that I went to Albany and shit like that too. But Albany, Buffalo, that's like going down the block. That's like going down the block though. That's like you gotta go a little farther, boy. I ain't gonna lie. The HBCUs is where it's at, my brother. So if you don't know, alumni, you know what I'm trying to say. So for me, when I was doing all those pranks and stuff like that, I had to be more consistent because I wanted people to feel me. I was a 20v1 person at first. Like I was into a lot of Smasher Pass videos or like Nodicus, Booba, like Real X Sean, like that. That's how I kind of started. You know what I'm saying? Idris, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Then I kind of wanted to have my own lane because I was always funny in the video, but I wanted to get my own. It's not really get the spotlight. I wanted to have my own thing. So I feel like everyone has their own God-given gift. And for me, I knew that when I have an interaction with someone outside, it's really genuine. You know what I'm trying to say? Like people don't really know what it's like to really talk to a real conversationalist. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
so I really go around and talk to random people, but I make it feel like they feel like they know me for years. You know what I'm trying to say? But for me, when I was grinding, I ended up doing I did a pretending to take a number 2 on the train. And then that's when I followed up with that was one of the more viral ones. Then that's when I dabbled into the fake head on the train prank. Yeah. So when I did the fake head on the train prank, the reason why I got so much notoriety was because shout out Cameron from Paid in Full. He actually shared it on his page, and you know what I'm saying? When you're grinding and you're in your grinding stage, they never none of your friends or close people is gonna give you your accommodations. But then when you get the accommodation from someone that they look up to, that's when you're gonna hear the whole applause. But me, I don't want the applause when you're not gonna really be there with me from the beginning. So I was just one of those. It was just one of those things where I'm very thankful to Cameron. You know what I'm saying? He's been Paid in Full. He's been wilding out, hella crazy actor. You know what I'm saying? New York Harlem legend. Could share my video, you know what I'm trying to say, and give me that spotlight. That's what kind of just showed me that you got to just chase your dreams and just say fuck everybody else, because you got to block out the noise though. That's very important too. That's another thing too.
I don't think people know how to do that.
But your circle is everything though. Your circle is gonna reflect what type of person you're gonna be. Okay. So I personally feel like with me right now, I'm trying to learn how to be more in myself and be more comfortable in my own skin, because I'm the type of person, I'm very giving in the sense of like I want to see all my bros win. Yeah. So, like, for example, like, I have a lot of friends that, especially when they came into the content world, they didn't really get the accommodation that they thought that they was going to get when they got here. They thinking that it's just easy to just do content in New York City. No, content in New York City is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Because why? Everybody is a dick rider.
And everyone's in competition.
And everyone's in competition with each other. You know how easy it would be for me and a couple content creators that I know that I'm cool with, for us to all go in one crib and just go crazy. But it's about genuinity. That Kai, Dez, Punga relationship, Rakai, Ray, like that's real, bro. You can't really script that. So I think the problem really is that people just don't want to come together because it's not really that real, and no one wants to really be the next in running. Everybody wants to be the main person in New York. No one knows that you have to, and especially New York, and with content. You want to be a content creator? Let me tell you this. You have to get behind the camera first and be sturdy at recording before you get in front of the camera. So you have to also remember too, I was also a personality, but I never had a problem holding the camera for another creator for us to get to the next level. So that was the point of me going to all of those colleges too. It's about putting in a lot of hours into the master craft. You need 10,000 hours to perfect the master craft. Okay. 10,000. And that's equivalent to probably like a year and a half. So you have to understand, that's consistently. So you have to understand, for the past 4 years, 5 years, well, it's 4 getting on 5 years, I really devoted my 100%, 110% effort into content. And that's the reason why I got my face tattooed and I have Y on my face. Because I realized my God-given purpose. My God-given purpose was to really, all right, I'll put it to you like this. Let me tell you how I got started into content. Let me tell you this, right? So I'm fresh out of college.
Yeah.
I went to Medgar Evers College. You know, I'm from Brooklyn, born and bred in Brooklyn. I'm from Coney Island. And then I moved, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say exactly, but you feel me? So I moved and then I still live in Brooklyn. So I went to a couple different schools. I went to PS229. Shout out Joseph B. Cavallaro in Bensonhurst by all my Coney Island heads that are all mad nice at basketball, that showed me that basketball is another language when it comes to, you know what I'm saying,
That's
in the hood.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? You need that. I had that. I had that experience as well too. But then I went to Cobble Hill High School of American Studies and I went to Medgar Evers College. So right out of college, I did a year and I just dropped out, computer science major. I really wanted to like stay in school, but I realized that even though I'm West African and then I have the connotation in my family where it's like go to school, get good grades, get a good job. I realized that it wasn't for me, but I wanted to just find out what I wanted to do. I just wanted to be a problem solver at the time. That's what I would tell my parents. Okay. But then what happened was I got severely depressed. Severely. Like, you ever know one of those depressions where you stay in the house all day long?
Yeah, but what was the reason of that?
The reason of it was because I was trying to find my passion. I was trying to find my calling. You know how everybody is designed to with their own God-given talent that makes only you? Yeah. I wanted to find that. And I couldn't find it at the time. So I had questions. You know what I'm saying? I divulged back into my church a lot. You know, I'm a Christian, a Pentecostal church. Okay. Shout out Church of Pentecost, 881 Rogers. Go get you and Jesus correct. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Every Sunday, both my parents. And you have to understand, at that time frame, all I wanted to really do was get to another level in my life because I was never a hater. I have a bunch of friends who do a bunch of different things, but I never had no creative friends who really wanted to step out of their comfort zone and out of that box. But I was always afraid because, you know, when I was in high school, I graduated 2016. So it's like, holding a camera at school, you mad day room. You know what I'm trying to say? I really want to do it. I have friends who danced crazy. One of my right-hand mans, Jalil, he danced crazy, but he just never did nothing with the talent. And I feel like, he did stuff with it, not to say it like that, but like to the extent that like,
he could have
he could have went dolly and we could have just went crazy. I would have recorded his videos around the time when TikTok came out. Wow. I didn't even do nothing when TikTok first came out. I'm so into money, females at the time, you know, 20, 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I had so many friends that were so gifted. Like my son Jalil that I talked about, gifted, bro, gifted. And it's like, I feel like we as people, we get shackles from the man above when we don't use our talent to our full capability.
Why you think that though? Because I also do feel like,
what's up? Talk to me.
If it's the shackles, I'm gonna put it in the thing. What happened if we just don't know the capability or the aspect? As in, we might be ashamed or just don't know how to do it because the time is not right. Look how TikTok is. Everyone now wants to be a dancer.
I disagree because when God gives you that card and when God gives you those 7 cards, you got to deal them the way how you deal them. If you know, I don't know, but I'm just saying like, if you know that you have the God-given ability to put in more effort into your craft and get to where you want to get to, I felt like that. I was growing up and I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. And even when I wanted to start content, for example, I knew that my personality could take me there. But you know what I needed to do? I needed to work on my skills. Every year, I wanted to gain a new skill, which is why even now I do music videos on the side. You see Black Boy Max's recording other people's music and stuff like that. Yeah, everybody wants to get another side hustle. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not even just side hustle. Why Productions? You know what I'm trying to say? It's another thing that I do. I really like making music videos because I'm into music, but I like the art of the video form. I watch Mad Jerry Production from Lil Durk, where he gets his music video shot from mad other people to KJ Shot It, that's in the hood, to George Buford, to KLO Visions, to, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much people. Express, shot by Express, that's my guy right there. Like, it's really just a lot of people in this industry, and I noticed that with me, I have a lot of friends who are around me as well, too, where I feel like we don't all do the things that we're capable of because we're scared of naysayers or this, that, and the third.
That's what I'm saying. It gotta get a confidence.
You gotta do what you say you want to do and understand that God is gonna put those shackles on you, bro. If you don't give 110%, and I feel like I'm one of those people. You know how some people just get it easier than others?
Yeah, because it's just gifted. They had the privilege.
No, they get it, and sometimes too, they're consistent to get to where they go to because not everybody just gets it by mistake either. Don't ever get that misconstrued. Okay. But there are certain people where it's like, you have so much talent that you have to broadcast it and show it time after time after time after time again. So, for example, when back to the depression. So when I was depressed in the crib, I wanted to find out what I wanted to do. I was watching Danny Duncan and I was watching Nelk. Those are like prankster videos, but like mic'd up Colt. Like Danny Duncan's like a Gideon type, a Ash Oak type, a Canel Joseph type. And I'm watching that content and I was literally depressed. I was just in the crib every day. I just had got a job at Target and I was just saving all my money to just use my money to fund the next thing I was gonna do. I always felt like with a job is for people who are going to be comfortable with where they are or to get money to get to where they want to get to. You know what I'm trying to say? But sometimes when it comes down to having a job, you fall in the trap of comfortability. Yeah. So now you feel like so now you're a slave to what you want. Yeah. To the amount of money you want. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. For me, I felt like at the time when I was depressed in the crib and I'm saving all my bread, I'm just making sandwiches to go to work every day because when you live below your means, that's how you save money. You can't be going to work, spending money on an Uber and work and Pizza Hut when you're trying to save the bag. You gotta go home, sandwich, PB&J, tuna fish, whatever, make it, bring it to work, blam that down, save every last penny and trap and take the train to and back from work, however your commute is. That and you live below your means, that's how you really save the bag. Knowledge though. But so now at this time, I'm depressed, and this one YouTuber, Danny Duncan, shout out him, he got me completely out of like I clicked on his videos and I immediately got an instant relief. I forgot about what I was going through. I didn't even feel like when I'm watching his video, I didn't even know I was still trying to figure myself out no more. This person was able to change my day completely, and when he did that, that kind of showed me like, damn. That smile that he put on my face, that sense of making me feel just like happy at the fact that he just made me laugh and just took my mind off something. That alone is what kind of propelled me to in a way where I was like, I bet I got to do this for somebody else. I got to make somebody else laugh like this. Like I owe them that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that alone, you'll never know what that does for somebody. And after that, you know, I did a bunch of other things after that, but then I finally locked in when I seen one of my mans I grew up with, Noticus. Yeah. So we went to the same church. We're both Ghanaian, West African, Church of Pentecost. You got to understand it. I seen him in a Smash the Pass video. I'm like, I'm watching these videos and I'm like, bro, why is nobody like, everybody is getting a 7, 8, you know, somebody will get a little 6 and 5 here and there, but nobody's really telling Shorty that she dead, like she's dead yacht. Like, you feel me? And I'm a New Yorker. I need to hear that. You know what I'm trying to say? Tell her that, yeah. You feel me? Like, you gotta really tell her, like, yo, like, she fake give me peas vibes. Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta really. But that's why I felt like myself and my personality was necessary in that because I had a bunch of friends even at the time because it was me, Trendon Tubbs, and JBY Cristo. Shout out my guys. When we first started content, I watched those type of videos, so I was already prepared because I kind of wanted to do it, but we kind of had the notion where we didn't want to get stuck in a box. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I feel like as a content creator, every single year you need to get a hit. You need to get a hit.
At least once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice. You got to get a hit. It has
to be something, bro.
So when I was getting certain clips, and then for me, I did a video with King Sid as well too. Shout out King Sid. He did a video where my son, and shout out my son Reem Bands, he gave me the address to that studio. So he gave me this address to that studio, and I was like, I got one of my first clips with like Chanel Richie. And then I said like something like, yeah, when I get lit though, like it's gonna be different. I said, when I get lit, she gonna jack me. I said something along those lines of that, and then it was just history ever since after that. I had that year, did a couple of videos, I started doing skits, and then I started getting into my own clips when I realized that like my personality was more crazier. I gotta clip my shit up and then send that shit out, post your clips. So now I got like clips with like Lay Banks and like KKVSH, like with Chris and Tony and them when I had the when I tried to measure her tongue, and then like it's just a bunch of stuff. And I feel like as a creator, bro, you gotta just dead ass go get that hit. That's when I started doing my own shit where I was doing the pranks. I had the shower on the train. Mm-hmm. That was the most viralist one that got me an article.
Like that shit was crazy.
I got an article by New York Post. Yeah,
a bucket. Nigga was showering and washing up, had the thing going crazy. The cops even had to escort you.
Yo.
That shit was crazy. So tell me about that.
Talk to me, buddy.
What happened when the cops came and stuff?
Nah, yeah, they gave me a ticket because people I was closing, like, basically what it was that it wasn't even the indecency thing. It was more so of like I'm causing too much of like people are recording too much. Like if you watch that video, like there were like huddles of people like really recording. Like, nah, this nigga's not dead ass. And it's like I feel like that's another thing about content too. So shout out my brother Trendon Tubbs. He was the one who did that video first. He did that video first a year ago. At the date that I did it, I seen him do it a year ago. But I realized with content, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. So I realized that my energy with that type of prank video will be insane because I'm really gonna be talking to them, jonesing with them, like, you know what I'm trying to say. And shout out New York Post. They gave me an article, and it was history after that. And then I feel like I'm a prankster, but I kind of didn't want to be labeled in a prankster box, so that's why. Shout out that man Jonte. He got me to stream. You know what I'm trying to say? When I was at like my peak of like pranks on like just posting on YouTube, my man Jonte was telling me to stream, and I actually took his advice. When your man tell you certain things, sometimes you gotta listen. It might be a bitter pill to swallow. You might not want to hear it. Sometimes the people that's closest to you is gonna tell you the realest things that you don't want to hear, and you gotta be able to accept that, bro. You feel me? So my man told me, yo, bro, stream. I jacked it. History.
So I wanted to ask, why you don't talk to someone right now? Like,
oh, like in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, pointless.
Pointless?
Pointless.
Come on now.
Talk to somebody is one thing. But when you say talk to somebody, I feel like I know what you're saying. You mean like talk and then relations.
Nah, let's put it like this. Have you ever had a girlfriend that you was in a relationship that was probably doing good or violated or something like that?
Yeah. I've been in like probably 3-4 serious relationships.
What happened to them?
I feel like
even though you being the prankster that you are and stuff like that.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Shout out one of my exes. We're not gonna name drop. But basically, before I wanted to do content, I had this ex where she was like, "Yo, we should do YouTube videos." And da 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 da. You know what she had the nerve to tell me?
What?
She said I wasn't funny enough. On God.
And
wallahi.
Stuff like.
Yeah.
She might be Fulani, but
you know what I'm saying? No, she's not. But she told me, she said, she just doesn't think I'm funny enough. And it's actually crazy because like looking back, it just showed me that it wasn't that I feel like she was hating on me or nothing like that. I just think that she probably just didn't have the confidence in herself to do it, like the way how she didn't know what I really had up here. Yeah. I really feel like as a creator, it's more about innovation and creativity mixed in with what you can do and how you show it. But maybe she just didn't see the vision. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out my ex. She turned me into a demon.
So now, none of them ever pranked you or ever did any wrong to you or something like that?
Oh, they did wrong, but not prank. I feel like all females do stuff to you because they kind of want to see you. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on what you're trying to say, though. Because some females could just, this nigga's doing that. All right, we could do that.
Yeah.
But none of them ever had to step out the box and do something crazy?
I mean, I feel like I've been through a lot of stuff, but I feel like I'm be honest.
Do you mind telling one of your craziest stories?
Of like what something happened?
Yeah.
Like what? Like an ex or like a like
it could be an ex, a bop, a dude, a cranny, whatever you want to name it.
But like what type of experience though? Like what you mean?
Anything that's gonna help motivated you and be like, oh, now she took it there, now I gotta take it there. That means you had to up the score.
Okay. I put it to you like this. So. Shout out this girl.
No names.
Of course, yeah. No. But shout out her. She knows exactly who she is. She gonna drop it to her when she see this. So, basically, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was doing videos, doing stuff like that, and then I ran into this person where this person was trying to 48 me so bad. Like, but you have to understand and catch the 48 when you see it. So this person is trying to paint herself to be something that she's not. But it's okay. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like. Basically, what happened was that with the type of person that I am, I believe in throwing a twister to check your temperature. Okay. So I will always 48 to 48er. So now you have to understand that. You have to understand, like, with females, I feel like you got to throw that twister to see what they're really on. So, for example, I don't need to tell a girl I have bread. I don't need to tell a girl that I'm doing good. I got Crocs on. You got to love me for me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I gotta throw that twister because I feel like sometimes you gotta really understand, like, someone might not really want you for you, so you gotta kind of see it the way how, I don't know, somebody might sit down and just be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna just go and see what happens over time. But when you get out of that honeymoon phase, it gets very sticky, my boy.
And that's why we could go back to what you said, I think like 3-4 days ago.
So talk to me.
After the 4 days, the 4 months or something like that,
it gets very shaky.
On the camera, she's gonna see you for whatever she see you as. Now, speaking of that,
talk to me.
You know people that ever been through that?
Of course.
What's the advice that you tell them? To move on, but you know some niggas fall in love with a guy.
Oh no, it happens to the best of us. Oh, we all cuff smoochies. Stop. No, come on, just for the culture. You know, it's good for the culture.
It is good for the culture.
No. You know what it does though? It bosses you up. It bosses you up.
That's a fact.
It does. I feel like every nigga needs to like wife a dude.
For two?
Yeah, for a fact. It builds character.
I don't need Kevin's here. I need a leg. You don't think a leg is better than a toot?
Nah, it is. But it depends on classification. Because I ain't gonna lie, a toot sometimes don't take it to... A leg don't take it to where a toot takes it to. You know what I'm saying? But,
break it down so niggas can get the fundamentals. Because you been speaking knowledge here.
I feel like... All right, boom, boom, boom. I feel like this, right? I feel like you got to go for your speed. You got to go for who you want. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The soul never lies. So I feel like what people like to do is, especially we live in New York, bro. Mm-hmm. Everyone is trying to one up the next person before they even start anything.
That's a fact.
So you have to understand the shorty is she's already gonna have a roster, but she's gonna keep on doing peace while you're talking to her.
But it depends.
Just to see. No, they're all doing that.
You don't think if you sling it the right way, you might as well just...
you can still sling it the right way, and she's still
have a roster.
She's still gonna go. No. You can knock the roster down. Okay. But you can't. It's like you could take the girl. You could take the dude out the hood. You can't take the dude. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how to say it, but you know what I'm saying? Word to bro.
That's crazy.
You can't, bro. It's in her body. You know what I'm trying to say? So it depends.
Change though. Like
no, I do too. No, they do. So they can change. No, they can change. But I feel like as a nigga, you can't be oblivious to certain things, bro. Yeah. And I feel like as a nigga right now, bro, there's just a lot of stuff going on that kind of like changes the game up. So like for example, with like this OnlyFans simping thing, like there's a lot of like with the Simpsons and whatnot. Like you gotta understand. That shit, though? What? Of course.
You think so?
I believe that niggas are gonna simp for who they want to simp for, but simping is crazy because you lose mad aura like that.
That's one. That's true. I just feel like simping is for basically a nigga could be pussy up. The nigga actually could love the girl, you know, and then there's some type of connection that they trying to build.
Nah, you know what I think it is?
What?
We don't love ourselves enough.
Wow.
That's what I think it is. Cause I feel like with me, after I deal with anything or like anything like traumatic or even like a person, I feel like I always pour all my energy back into myself because I feel like the more I work on myself, the more I take the time out. Like for example, when I told you about wanted to become a content creator, but before that, when I was dealing with it, how I was depressed in the crib and I was trying to figure it out. You got to understand, bro. In those times where you want to reinvent yourself, those times where you are at your lowest, you need that, bro. Life is about ups and downs, bro. You have to understand. I've been doing content for 4 years, 5 years. Shit. I feel like one of the most underrated niggas in NYC. But do you see me going around parading that? No, I don't say it because I want the actions to show. I told you, bro, every single year you need a hit. But the thing about it is this, right? You have to always go back in and work on yourself. Because you have to go back to the drawing board and you need to say, okay, bet. I need to elevate my skills here. I need to get better at editing. I need to get better at my cold approach on like just randoms or females. I need to work on, you know what I'm saying, how I act in like a 20v1 line or a pop the balloon, or do I even have the energy to go do crazy shit like how you seeing me shower and train and all the big hits? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta have a dexterity, bro. You gotta understand, bro. Kai set the bar mad high, bro.
So let me ask you something.
Talk to me, Hart.
Y'all all applied for being on Streaming University. How did you feel when your application ain't going?
I didn't give a fuck.
Really?
You know why I didn't give a fuck?
Why?
Shout out my man's OJ Suave. He got in as professor. Are you crazy? Nigga, me and my man's OJ literally shoot all those short films. He literally does everything, and all I have to do is hold the camera. And he teaches me mad stuff. I literally learned how to make films myself. I learned how to create. And knowing that me and my son OJ, we went to his college and literally got kicked off and trespassed while making his Streamer University application. People don't know. The trials and tribulations and things that I've seen behind closed doors being a creator, I don't even really talk about. But it's about the fact that I learned throughout every single process. I didn't mind going into 20v1 studios beforehand and going and shooting my videos. Like, shout out my son Idris Majo. He will literally see me shooting a video in his studio, coming early to outwork. You have to understand, bro, the bar is so high. You gotta work. You gotta grind. You gotta want this shit, bro. If you don't want this shit, niggas know when you don't want it.
That's a fact.
Bro, we all know content creators who are not serious. There's a level. Like, for example, me and my son, shout out my son, Kid Meech. We cooked in the club, bro.
Nah, I was about to get there.
Come on, let's get there.
I think Kid Meech and you's the
Kid
only
Meech,
person that's making steak with Dawn, strip with Dawn.
Come on, gang.
Y'all the only niggas.
But it's innovation though. Shout out the Bruvs. I used to watch the Bruvs when I was probably like 19, 20. I was watching the Bruvs on a couch, like couch like this, and there was with Casanat. Like, bro, you have to really do your homework on this shit, bro. Before you become a creator or anything, watch YouTube first. A lot of y'all niggas is trying to recreate shit instead of sitting down and taking it back to the roots. So, for example, that's why I feel like some people don't even have that creativity level or trying to even think outside the box because everyone is trying to be a fucking clone. And this shit is, it's just outrageous, bro. Because you have to understand, how are you going to be a creator if you can't set yourself apart? That doesn't make no sense.
Everyone's in the same line.
Me and my son, Kid Meech is viral for cooking by himself. Meech Munch, get in tune. What did I do? I said, you know what? What could I do? I got to add to what my mans could do. That's why I feel like it's wrong with niggas and in general in the NYC and the content space and in general. Nobody wants to add to nobody. Nobody wants to sit down and be 1v1 with a nigga because niggas are scared of niggas. A nigga would know, a nigga like me, I'm going to gain 10 times more going on any platform. You know why? Because I have that personality that's going to take me there. I put in the hours, bro. Hours after edit after whole night vamp to all the guys congregating at the round table talking about the manifestations and affirmations of where we want to go to. You have to understand, bro. We really sit down. Me and my people, we talk on the regular. We have these mental conversations of where we want to go. And I even tell my friends, like, for example, like, even when you wake up in the morning, bro, you're supposed to have that self in the mirror and spit those affirmations out. Tell God you're going to literally conquer this day. And then you pray. Psalms 91. Come on, it's on my body. I feel like everyone knows who's thorough based off of their levels of discernment. Discernment is very real. You got to carry a strong level of discernment. Okay. I feel like everyone just needs to have their discernment up, the ability to judge well. And I feel like for me, I have no problem going through the road that I'm going through because God made my road the way he made it. And I'm comfortable with the process because the process is what's going to get you ready for the future. You get what I'm saying?
I respect that. So what do you think your value is?
My value?
Yeah.
Through the roof. You got to understand, bro, like, not even just as a creator, like, even as a person.
Yeah,
I've learned so much about life and throughout my 26 years of age that it's crazy because it's like, even down to a female sense, you ask me, like,
do you even talk to someone?
Do you even talk to someone? I believe in having, like, people that I really fuck with, but I don't believe that there's a person out there for me really right now in the sense of things because it's like, I need to really focus. I got to get my parents out of here, bro. Yeah. Bro, my parents is older, bro. Like, I got to put on, bro. Like, the reason I grind my why, the reason I have why on my face, bro, is because I really sit down and believe that every day you get up, you got to chase things that are for you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why I feel like I got out of the 9-to-5 mindset. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I knew that for me, I could chase my dreams in any given way and have the blueprint to still make money, but understand that there was a bigger picture at the end of the day. Yeah. So when I first came back to Brooklyn, when I moved to Miami and came back, it was like I started a whole fresh page, bro. No, all of my friends, I'm 22 years old. All of my friends is going to the club. They going out. Everybody getting a car. Everybody trying to go to compete. Who got the biggest bag?
Yeah.
I fell in love with content. Because I seen the bigger picture. Because I seen that 5 years down the line, everyone is going to want to become a content creator and going to be a dick rider if you actually sit down and if you really looked at it. Back in the day, 2019, when I was watching, shout out Silky. When I was watching my son Silky and I first got introduced to streaming Kai, because, you know, Kai came from Facebook skits, if you really know. Yeah. If you know, you know. OJ's 2. Facebook skits, Capri Fernandez, legendary shit, Holly TV, Trippy, Chino. If you really know, you know. Like, the real comedians and shit that we found funny in Brooklyn on Facebook, I just wanted to literally just be myself and be able to get paid from that. But I always knew that with me, I had the hustling mindset to where I would know how to get bread to do certain things. And I will be comfortable being in those positions to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay. So...
Now, I just wanted to just touch that point that you was talking about. Everyone want to try and get the same bag of being... I just don't like that. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're not supposed to be in competition. I'm your mans. I feel like it shouldn't...
People don't really be mans.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
So how do you know when your circle's not ready to backdoor you?
Oh,
it could be the same people at your dinner table that you eating with, but they're the same person that's watching your pockets, watching what you're doing, and then at the same time... will laugh and giggle in your face knowing that they envy enough to take everything from you.
Nah, for a fact.
I don't like that shit because
I don't like it either.
You're the only person, I had to keep thinking about it. You're the only person I know in the club that was cooking. Now let's say another person come to the club to try to do the same thing that you did. You started off.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah, but it gotta be the principles.
No, it's not. No, it's no principles. No, it's no principles in content. That's one thing I actually really stopped giving a fuck about, because at the end of the day, I realized that as long as I put God first and I try to be as creative and innovatively different as possible to make to be a one of one, only one YamWhyEli, it don't matter about nothing else. It don't matter if someone redid something. It doesn't matter if I redo something. Nobody will be able to ever be me. I'm one of one, bro.
That's a fact.
I'm God's child. I can't be recreated. You got to understand, bro. So, for example, let's say someone doesn't give me the homage for a video. Fuck it. You got it. I seen someone shower on the train before, but I know how to scrub better. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
and mine was posted on New York Times.
Nah, you go outside though, nigga. I don't care, nigga. I just know what I'm doing. So I just feel like I don't say I'm knowing what I'm doing like that, but I know what I'm doing in the sense of knowing that I gotta be my authentic, genuine self with just straight integrity all the time.
Okay, let me ask you. What's something that you always want to tell people that people really don't take the time or the acknowledgement just to hear out?
Nothing. I've gotten to a point where I've realized that the best things are not spoken. So when you use your actions and you just show people, it's better than talking. That's the main thing I took out of 2025. If I could show you something better than I could tell you. I had a barrel in my basement. I put it on. I turned it into adobo.
Turn that shit on for the, what was that, the parade, I think?
Bro, I'm dead Dominican though. Like, they dead jack me. I got the chain and all that. I'm really Dominican though. Like, I'm actually Dominican. And this is just me sitting down. Shout out Ice Cold O. Shout out Omar University. Shout out the real O. I was talking to my mans in the crib, and then we were just on the phone, and I'm like, yo, bro, I really want to show creativity. It's Dominican Day Parade. I don't want to come off like I'm being racist, or I'm trying to be like overly like zealous by trying to make fun of a culture by putting on a big barrel looking sazon and be adobo for real. I said, you know what? I know that if I keep God first and I have my integrity right and they feel it, they gonna jack me. Bro, it was through the roof. Through the roof.
What was the best part about the parade?
The best part about the parade was when I got pulled over by a Dominican mom, or maybe she wasn't Dominican, but she pulled me over to the side. She said, I just want to thank you so much for coming. I see how the kids reacted to you. I see how the kids loved you. I see how people responded to you, even though you were a different race. I see how you really sat down and you really said, nah, you know what? I'm going to still be me at the end of the day. And people can tell when you do things ungenuinely, or they can tell when you're trying to be an asshole. People can tell when you're doing things like that. Okay, I'm really in the spot, really getting sturdy.
Yeah, I see.
I'm really like, like really.
With the barrel.
Come on, gang. And that shit was hot as hell. And it was cutting my arms and shit, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Shout out Logan from NY. Shout out Tatu Lit. Shout out all of y'all who helped me that day, and my son with the glasses. I'm forgetting his name right now. That was the cameraman and was the person who cut out and power shaved the whole suit. Shout out all of y'all that linked me at that Staples that day. Y'all was the real ones. I met God halfway that day. I had that idea 10 hours before. I woke up, went to Staples. I woke up. Well, no, when I seen it, I got the barrel. I washed it. I painted it white. I didn't cut it out. I went to Staples. I laminated the adobo sign on the front and the back. And I went to Home Depot and grabbed the red tape. God so good. I'm over here using the saw trying to cut the shit out. Hours before, I ended up missing Casanat and Talil, all of them in the black truck. And we were crying when he kissed that shorty. But you know why it didn't matter? Because I still went and I still caught a hit. I ended up in an edit. I ended up in the Dominican Day Parade recap video. It was just so much stuff. I'm dead Dominican though. What a bro. I love all of y'all. Gangsta.
So who's someone that you look up to for content right now? If you can say,
mad people. Couple mad people.
If you can name five like generosity on a day-to-day basis that you try to input to your content or try to add.
What I like to watch are the people that inspire me.
We could do both questions. Inspire you and who you like to watch. Who
I am inspired by? I'm gonna go. Damn. I'm gonna go Kyle for it.
Okay.
And then,
and you know what's so crazy? I felt like I knew you was gonna say Kyle. Why are you saying Kyle? Do you know Kyle though?
Nah, I never met him personally, but like I'm cooler with like Punga and Talil, but it's like more like I just still jack him anyway because he's putting on for the towns, bro. Like you guys understand it, bro.
But he's putting on for.
But he's making the bar so high, which is what I like because only a warrior is gonna go after that bar. Someone like me, like, I don't care. I could do this till I get gray in the face.
Okay.
It's still gonna be me.
So you got Kai. Who y'all look for then?
Uh, creativity wise, that I just generally like to watch. I actually like what Tommy G is doing. I generally like his videos and his format. I like how he like makes a video. Also, let's see. Let's go Gideon. I like Gideon before, like not before, but when he was kind of doing pranks and shit like that. I like Gideon, and then I'll go. I'm gonna give Capri Fernandez this one. I used to watch him a lot, bro. Like him, Holly, everybody that's from Brooklyn. I'm gonna give Capri it though because he was one of the first people that really made me sit at my phone and I was just mad weak ever since the blood and Crip flag. Ever since like bro, just all the skits with with being a Spanish shorty or going to the interview. Like bro, his shit was undefeated. Fourth, I'm gonna have to say I'm probably forgetting mad people, but I'm gonna go quickly. Fuck. Damn, good content creators. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta throw the Clover Boys in there. They're wilding right now. And then we're gonna go Aiden Ross. Okay. Because you know what I'm gonna say, Aiden Ross? Because this is another thing too. I want to talk about this too. He's a funny nigga that does pause shit, but he be overly going pause jokes. But I find pause jokes funny. But I feel like there's a certain extent
that you could go with that.
Yeah, a certain extent. Like I be saying pause shit too, but I just feel like it's funny though. I feel like for someone to say and act like pause jokes is not funny. You're too straight. You too serious. You gotta be gang, cause nigga, I'm completely comfortable in my body, and I know my sexuality. I can make any pause joke I want, and I feel like that's just me, bro. I don't give a fuck. I know. I'm him. I don't care, bro. And I feel like he's one of the niggas that I feel like pioneered it, but he be geeking though. But he a funny nigga though. He's a funny nigga. Top 5. I ain't gonna lie.
If there was someone that you could work with right now, one person, who would you want to work with?
Work with?
That you know of.
I really want to work with? Creator or artist? It don't matter.
Creator.
Creating?
You're a creator yourself.
I would want to do something with Influencer City in Houston. I feel like I wouldn't do some creative shit with them. Mm-hmm. That they're just gonna come up, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's more so like I feel like if I could be the person to proctor some segments, I'd turn that shit into World War VI. You feel me? I would do some shit with them. For a fact. I fuck with all of them over there. I see them. I'm from the town, but I see everything.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Where would you want to move after this?
Move to?
I overheard you say you was in Miami, February. You came back to the town. Where you think your next location would want to be, so you could expand in your business or expand in the growth?
I wouldn't want to say it, but I would say this though. I'm not going nowhere from New York. I'm not running from nothing. I feel like when you got to stay in your towns and you have to put on in your towns, then you go out. But you could definitely travel though. But I feel like for me right now, I'm wanting to stay home base. I'm born and bred in New York. Like, I'm a real New Yorker. I feel like when you're able to win your people over, you don't have to go win them over. Yeah, you could go out and go do stuff too, but I feel like I gotta go out more and do stuff and then come back. I feel like I'm a New Yorker at heart. I can't dip. I don't know.
You just don't want to slow down wherever another place is.
It's not even just that. I feel like they jack me. Even if they don't jack me, you gonna have to jack me. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
We about to wrap it up. I just got something. What do you want? I know I asked this earlier.
What's up? Talk to me.
What's up? I just want to know a lesson that you learned from today or something in this year that you got to tell these people.
Biggest lesson I learned was that same energy you willing to put into somebody else, put into yourself. That same energy that you have for that shorty, put that into yourself. I feel like I'm just so used to seeing like my mans or like just people just going out and extending hands for people when people don't understand that, bro, there's nobody that's going to be there for you when your back is against the wall. Like, you think that everyone is there for you till you realize that it's only probably like a handful of people. It's like maybe 3-4 people that really, really got you. But everyone is very self-centered on, pleasing the media. You know what I'm saying? Having a shorty. You know what I'm saying? Posting mad bread. Looking like you him. And the biggest thing I just learned was just understanding that my value as a person doesn't go down if I don't succumb to the media. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I could be me and you could just not like that. And I'm perfectly fine. Like I'm just comfortable in my own skin, you know what I mean? And I think it's just more so just putting that same effort and self-love. And I believe in healing stages now, for a fact. I believe in healing stages. I feel like
you gotta learn how to give back to yourself and know what to
give. And you gotta also gauge yourself too. So me, I'm the type of person like I'll like TPO females for a while. I'll do my own thing, and you know, I feel like you gotta just have that self-love, bro. I feel like if you don't have that, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody. And people could tell when you don't love yourself. You fake move a little weird. You know what I'm saying? And we can see it.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing I can say I learned this year: the media is fake.
For sure.
Everyone is fake.
For sure.
There's not a lot of people that's genuine. There's not a lot of people that give the time back to really want to help people. And I hope that, you know, this year, moving into next year, we can help more people, because we need more people like us in the world that's going to be willing to put on the right thing, do the right thing for other people so they can watch and be grown.
For a fact.
Nah, I'm not going to lie. I appreciate this podcast.
Yeah,
I want to know if you got someone else that you want to bring here that we could both interview.
Yeah, get Tubbs, get Cristo, get Jonte, get Nani, get Gunna, get everybody. Get OJ, get Nodi, get Booba, get everybody, bro. You gotta really get some real people. You know who I actually do want to see you do too? You gotta do Rex, you gotta do Sensational Ron, Niger Boy Sa, honorable mentions. And you gotta get Meech. And you gotta get the bruvs. Yeah.
Hold me accountable to that. Let's try and get that shit going then.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Of course. Yo, I appreciate y'all for tuning into this video. We're going to drop this shit next week. We got a lot of shit going on for October. Let's tune in and see what happens.
Yes, Sirski.
Nah.